Hey guys, so ivermectin is popular again in the news for some reason, but let's talk about why this is a problem. This one's going to be a 3-minute TikTok, so bear with me. So ivermectin became popular because about a year and a half ago there was a study that showed that it worked in inhibiting SARS-CoV-2 activity in a test tube. And that unfortunately hasn't been extrapolated since then to mean that it works in human beings as well. But here's the problem. First of all, just because things work in vitro, meaning in a test tube, doesn't mean that they'll work in human beings in vivo. Concentration or amount of ivermectin that is needed to inhibit activity of the virus SARS-CoV-2 in a test tube is impossible physiologically to achieve in human lungs. It just doesn't happen. You just cannot get that much ivermectin concentration in human lungs. And even if you tried to, the amount of dose you would be using would be insane. It would be like 30 to 40 to 50 times higher than what we normally use for the disease that ivermectin is approved for in human beings, which is parasites. So not only are you not getting the concentration of ivermectin you need, you're also now exposing people to all of the side effects and toxicities that come with that higher dose. And you never see people talking about the toxicities, right? Ivermectin proponents point to a lot of studies, right, that show that, oh, look, ivermectin works in human beings. But here's the problem. A lot of those studies are either very small, they don't have enough people in the study, they're comparing the wrong things, they're badly analyzed, and have a whole host of other problems. You find me a pro-ivermectin study, and I'll show you 5 problems with it. Here's the kicker. One of the biggest studies that were pro-ivermectin that showed that ivermectin worked was retracted, okay, because it was fraudulent. The authors made up the data. And on top of that, another big ivermectin study is currently under scrutiny because people think that that was fraudulent and made up as well. In contrast, the vaccines have tons and tons of good, valid data that show that the vaccines are safe and effective. That is just not true for ivermectin right now. There are 2 big studies that are going on right now with ivermectin, and I'm looking forward to the results of those. People also say, oh, I got COVID, or I know somebody who got COVID and took ivermectin and recovered in 2 days, so therefore it must work. But here's the problem. Correlation is not causation, right? Just because you took ivermectin and your COVID got better, it doesn't mean that the ivermectin did it. A lot of people that will get COVID will recover anyway. So there's no evidence that ivermectin is the thing that helped them get better. A lot of people also cry, oh, big pharma. But did you know that ivermectin is made by Merck, which is part of big pharma? By the way, Merck itself does not support the use of ivermectin. So if it was a financial incentive, why would they not be supporting it? All right, here's the kicker. A lot of the big leaders in the ivermectin movement, they are vaccinated themselves. Yes, they are vaccinated themselves. A lot of them say that ivermectin is not supposed to be used as an alternative to the vaccine, but unfortunately, this ivermectin thing is just a cult right now.